the Kesus World Collections. This is Kesus, and this is the Keep Up Podcast, where we keep you up with everything pop culture, ranging from anime, superheroes, horror, things of that nature. All right. Now, today I'm your host Kesus, and here with my co-host Carlos. And today's gonna be free flowing. Don't have really anything planned. We just here, honestly, just here.
Horror?
Yeah, sometimes.
That wasn't.
That
wasn't in the intro last time. I was like, horror?
I mean, but horror falls into pop culture, I would think.
Yeah, I mean,
like aliens, predators,
Jason, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
all those guys.
I think that's all pop culture.
Agreed.
Like I said, I ain't handled the plan. I feel like last episode was like scripted a little bit too much, as far as like, oh, I have this and this and this. I'll keep the great debate in there just because I think it's fun. Our banter is funny. But other than that, it's been a slow week. Like, we didn't do last week for personal reasons, mostly because we were just busy. But we didn't do last week. And then...
But I feel like it was a good week to skip because there's really nothing going on. Like,
yeah.
No show. Like, basically, like, next week is when it gets good. Because, like, next week, the Acolyte starts Tuesday.
June 4th.
Yeah, so the Acolyte starts, like, kicks off, like, summer, basically. Yeah. Like, right after that is, like, House of Dragons, like, all these
House
good
of Dragons,
shows.
I think is on the 16th.
The 16th, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel. Actually, that's a good topic to get into. I don't know how I feel about the Star Wars right now. Only because Kathleen Kennedy? Kathleen something. It's
the Disney one? Or
yeah,
Lucasfilm one?
She's like the head of Lucasfilms.
Yeah.
Head of Star Wars. Her comment about freaking men being toxic, like the fan base is toxic males or men.
Yeah.
So they're not any of the female leads that they have, or woman leads. I know some women don't like me call females. I'm sorry. We're in the military. That's what we go by.
Yeah, females.
But she thinks every woman lead that she puts in, we as males fan base is toxic. And I'm just like, dog, every woman that you wrote in has a horrible story.
Yeah, because nobody feels like if you write a good character, I'm not gonna say there's not people that see like female characters and instantly don't like them. Like there's people like that, obviously. Like that. But like if you write a good character, like Ahsoka, or like Padme, Leia, like nobody hates those characters. I mean, Leia was a little like iffy at the beginning,
but I think also at the time, are you talking about little Leia?
No, like Leia from
the
episode
originals?
5, 6, and 7. Yeah, 5, 6, 7.
No, Leia's the daughter. Oh yeah. The originals. The originals.
Yeah, the originals.
I thought people loved Leia from the originals.
Yeah, they did. I'm saying that like.
Well, I'm too young too when it came out.
Yeah, they kind of like at the beginning, it was more like instead of her being her own like character, like it was more like Han Solo and Luke were like carrying her character, but it wasn't until like the second and third movie where like she got like her own like
arc.
Yeah.
I can see people not liking Padme, but at the same time people didn't like nobody from the trilogy. The
until like 20 years later.
Yeah, so nobody was really like from the prequels except Ewan McGregor, who was Obi-Wan. But I mean, if we go back to Obi-Wan, right? The female character in Obi-Wan, I forgot her name, but she was part of the Inquisitors.
Oh.
Inquisitor number what? 7 or 6 or Sister 6?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I forgot her name. Yeah.
I forgot her name.
The one with the braids.
Yeah, but it's like she survived Darth Vader.
Yeah,
you had highly skilled Jedi die from Darth Vader, and Darth Vader somehow just lets her live.
What bothered me a little bit is that like she survived Order 66. Right?
That too.
I was like, okay, like there's Jedis that have survived Order 66, but then just survive again. I'm like, okay, just kill her already.
I'm like, this makes no sense. But then again, we're the ones being toxic. That was a poorly written character in my eyes.
They could have done like,
even from the beginning of her being an ex like youngling, whatever. We saw Anakin go and murder all of them. It's not like none of them should be surviving. No child in that temple should have survived.
And, even if they did like her, like it was a cool, like in my opinion, it was like a cool like origin story for a character. Like all these years she's been like hiding it and whatever, and then at the end, like the little plot twist where like Darth Vader was like, I knew all along, dude. Like I knew you were like.
And then it was quickly snubbed.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like that. It was so good.
I think Ahsoka, like, I actually liked Ahsoka's show, but spoiler alert, I have not watched all of Clone Wars, like the animation stuff.
Yeah.
I have not watched all of it. I only watched key points of, like, did she meet Darth Vader, like those episodes.
Yeah, like the key episodes.
Yeah, that's all I watched right there. And then when they started kind of focusing that show mostly on Ahsoka, that's when I kind of like tuned out of it, honestly, because I was like, oh, Anakin, Darth Vader. That's what I really wanted to see.
Yeah.
I might revisit those, like the Bad Batch. I haven't watched that.
The Bad Batch ended like a month ago.
Yeah.
Like finally, like
that.
everything that has to do with like the prequels, like the Clone Wars and everything, like all of that material is finally like over, basically.
Yeah. So Ahsoka, I liked. I would say her story, like the show, kind of had that Mandalorian feel where it dragged at times. Mm-hmm. But when it was good, it was really good. In my opinion, some of y'all might not agree. Is whatever. If we go back to the Mandalorian, Cara Dune, is it?
Yeah, the freaking
the buff one,
the rebel with the little like
people loved her character.
Yeah.
Like, now she had some personal things that Disney couldn't rock with for, publicity and stuff
X and Y
like that.
reason, yeah.
Yeah, so, but people loved her character. Like, I enjoyed her character. I was like, oh.
Her character was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Like I was like, damn.
We enjoyed her character. May, that was with Boba Fett, that works with him.
Yeah,
her real name is
yeah,
May,
the sniper.
But yeah, the sniper.
Yeah.
Like, these are woman characters who are badass. Fennec, yeah. The woman characters who are badass and can carry a role themselves. And we don't, the fan base is not like, oh, but you want to give us Rey. We only do this pod for an hour, so I can't get into Rey, or else I'm going to go
we can.
an hour.
Yeah, we can.
Rey, I'm just going to put it short and simple. Rey as a written character is ass. Just the Mary Sue of the Mary Sue. If you're going to give us any type of character, don't matter if it's a male or female, why are they instantly strong like that?
Yeah.
It don't matter who their parents are. Anakin was even like that.
Anakin got his ass beat like 3 times.
He got his limbs cut off like by 2 separate people. No, he's not. No way Rey should be what she is or what she was, whatever. So, of course, people are going to look at that differently. Who else is she? That one Asian chick from the Rey's movies that was with Finn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, she had like
she's
5 minutes of like good writing and then
she's throwing names. She's throwing names at us that are just like, why? Like,
I'm
why?
like,
No,
okay.
Like even Princess Leia, when she ended up being with the Force,
yeah.
When no other Star Wars movie we've seen her with the Force, get the fuck out of here. You're not gonna sit here and tell, like, okay, yes, it makes sense because Luke. It'd be kind of weird if the other twin wouldn't have some type of connection.
And
with
it
the
would
Force.
be weird if she didn't have like some sort of training.
But we never dove into that, and all of a sudden we see her training with a lightsaber.
Like at the the 3rd movie that we see that?
Dumb.
I'm like, bro, you had to wait to the 3rd movie to let.
Look, all I'm gonna say is Kathleen, Catherine. I don't even remember her name. I think it's Kathleen.
Yeah.
You cannot sit here and tell fans, "Oh, this is toxic," when the writing has been subpar. Now, it's not just the women characters whose writing has been subpar. Yeah. It's also been the males too. Star Wars, I think, right now is just in a horrible place.
Yeah, the Obi-Wan series, I think, suffered a little bit about like
the choices
from this like weird writing.
Yeah,
because even the Obi-Wan character felt like weird. I was like, I don't know if I like this Obi-Wan.
I understood in the beginning when he was like, he felt the sense of he failed because Yoda was the same way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, he failed. He lost the force or whatever, but I didn't know you could lose the force.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird. But I just thought, oh, he's just rusty. He's going to knock off the rust, whatever. Yeah. But I understood what the beginnings of
it was more towards
the
like
of it.
The middle. Like there were some questionable things.
I didn't like. So I enjoyed the fight between him and Darth Vader.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like the outcome. Because again, he lets him live.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, dog, you know, by this time they know Darth Vader, what he's done. He's been hunting Jedi. They know all of this. He's assembled the Inquisitors to hunt Jedi in their free time. And you sit there and you get the upper hand on him where you can easily now
just end it.
And probably put a big damper in Palpatine's plans. And you're just like, sorry, bro. I'll meet you in the later movies. No, like
what?
The writing there just doesn't make sense to me either.
The Boba Fett show, the Book of Boba Fett, like suffered a lot.
The latest season. The Book of Boba Fett, but also Mandalorian, the latest season. That suffered a lot too, as well.
Yeah, because it's not that we're saying that female characters are the problem.
No,
it's like bad written characters.
Like I said,
that are the problem.
It's also males too in the shows. It's just bad.
Like, fan favorite characters get the bad writing treatment all the time.
Yeah, but I feel like definitely you're just trying to push that narrative to try to excuse the drastic drop in production and sales and things of that nature. And I think that's why I think right now Star Wars is in a bad place, because if the head of your company isn't acknowledging and realizing the real problems at hand, then we got more shit to figure out. They got more shit to figure out. And I feel like the fans, Star Wars fans, are just gonna suffer more and more.
Yeah.
Speaking of Star Wars, that Rex statue that I showed you, came out to be $995. $995. It might have been $999. But all I know is, by the time you get it in hand, you would have spent over $1,000 because shipping. But usually they keep shipping around like $30 or something like that, or $60, some shit like that. So you might get like $1,060 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
it's a lot. Don't buy that shit at one time. Those are the statues that I would pre-order and pay over time. Yeah. But right now I'm like strapped with money. Like I got so many pre-orders, I can't fucking do that shit.
I bet.
Another thing that I saw that was interesting is the theater going experience is taking a big hit right now. Either the movies. Now, I honestly think it's somewhat the movies that garner interest, because I think Deadpool is gonna go big.
I think the movie going experience has been like a little iffy, because there hasn't been because what used to pull people to the movies, like, controversial thing, like Marvel used to pull a lot of people to the movie theaters. Yearly, it was Marvel this, Marvel that, and the movies were thriving. And since Marvel they've been throwing out the Marvels, weird movies, they haven't delivered what they used to. Yeah. It's just been people just got tired. I'm not gonna pay.
But even so, the movies I'm referring to is Planet of the Apes. Yeah. That movie made more than what it was projected for. But it didn't make that much more. It was $30 million or something like that. More than production cost. Yeah. So they made back maybe 30. If I can remember, I should have pulled it up, but I'm not pulling it up. That right there, people were complaining about that because they thought, why isn't it more? It's a great movie. It's a blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And they might be very right. It might be a great movie. But I think people are tired of going to the movies. I think since they introduced streaming, America's lazy. People are lazy.
I've seen that debate of people saying, why are y'all letting, good movies flop? Civil War, I went to watch that movie. Bro, that movie is insanely good.
Yeah.
And it didn't flop per se because it made a lot of money. Like I wouldn't say a lot, but
I think COVID. I think they're still trying to get over COVID in some way. I know COVID happened 4 years ago,
yeah,
but I still think that the theater experience now is catching like. Is this the norm? My question is like, is this the norm
yeah,
for theater experience now? So in that case, if this is the norm, are productions going to cut their costs back? And if they cut their costs back, then, I mean, you're getting less movies in a year
yeah,
from whatever company. The special effects aren't going to be as heavy. That goes for like the superhero stuff. The superhero stuff, that CGI's superpower shit, I think they're going to go towards more grounded characters, which is what they're doing now. They're mostly like taking out that superpower.
I think there should be like movie studios should like step back and be like, okay, like this is happening in movie theaters.
I feel like that's what Marvel's doing.
Yeah, like they should like step back and be like, okay, so this is happening like out there. We should like basically not start over, but like let's just like tone it down. Like let's just make good movies.
Yeah.
Like don't make like 4 or 5, 6 movies a year.
I feel like also they're putting all their eggs in this Deadpool basket.
I think so.
I feel like they're waging everything they have in Deadpool. And I feel like if Deadpool doesn't turn those numbers, then they're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, they're going to be like running around, heads cut off. Like,
I think they're waiting for Deadpool. Like, I think they probably have in their heads that Deadpool's going to do so good that people are going to want to, like, rush to see the movies.
I think it is.
I think it is. I think it is. Yeah.
I don't think that there's a time where it doesn't do well, right? Even, I hate to say this, but even streaming wise, like if it's, I think a lot of these movies, I feel like their streaming numbers are going to be way bigger than their theater numbers. At least in the States. Now, worldwide, I don't know, because I think Planet of the Apes made most of their money worldwide versus here.
Yeah.
So that says a lot. What other movie came out? It didn't make back. It was a movie that people were complaining of that it didn't make back. It was a new release too, and I can't remember.
Well, we have Fall Guy, freaking Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm missing one.
Whichever one you're missing is probably one I'm thinking.
Like
I'm not gonna harp on it.
It's one of the big ones that like.
Yeah, and it didn't make the production wise. It didn't make it back, and people were really upset. They're like, "We're not gonna get good movies because blah blah blah." I'm like, some of these movies just don't interest people. Yeah. I mean, people say, "Oh, people are getting hero fatigue, like superhero movies fatigue," right?
Yeah.
But they're not seeing these other movies. I mean, like Barbie was big, Oppenheimer was big. That year of movies was big. There's a couple other
good movies.
Yeah,
good movies.
It was a couple other ones that were big that made like tons of money. So I can't say that. Me personally, I can't say that the movie theater experience is like going away when you still have movies making that much money.
Yeah.
But some people ain't asking for some of these movies that y'all are making. Oh. For Mad Max, that Mad Max movie.
Oh, Furiosa, which is it's amazing, by the way.
That movie is bombing right now.
That movie, and it's good, and it's like a really good movie.
That movie in the box office is doing terrible.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's a great movie, and a lot of people are like, we didn't ask for it. A lot of people are like, we wanted Tom Hardy in it again or whatever. A lot of people were like, just these excuses.
It has a cameo.
Yeah, they're just like these excuses of why that particular movie isn't doing good. And I don't know why, like, worldwide, I don't know what the numbers were worldwide. I just know it didn't make its money back for right now.
Yeah, it's not making a lot.
So, it sucks because it looks like the production behind that movie was great. Same as the first one, so...
yeah, this movie is, like, really good. And it was like it made a lot of money opening weekend, but since it was like Memorial Weekend, like it broke the record of the least money made like on a Memorial Weekend.
Yeah,
it made money, but it was still like
Memorial Weekend
less.
back in the day. Memorial Weekend.
Yeah, Memorial Weekend movie releases,
and it really didn't have competition.
Yeah,
like just the Planet of the Apes, but that came out before. Like it really didn't have competition. It should have made a shit.
It should have made a shit ton of money,
but no,
it didn't.
So I think it's that movie in particular is the only movie that I know right now that's not doing good.
Well, hopefully there's more. I know there's like a list of like movies coming out this month.
And then that also brings me to with Deadpool. Do you have any predictions of Deadpool, like of the movie itself? Cameos. I know in the trailer some people pointed out certain people that were obvious. There's some actors that are saying, "Oh, I wish I could be in the movie," but they lie just as good as Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, and sometimes they be lying, and you're like, I can tell you're not.
Like X-23, the girl that played X-23.
Daphne Keane.
Yeah, she's older now.
Yeah.
So, and people are saying they haven't seen her, like, body-wise, what she looks like. If she got muscle or she looks like she could play the role still. I always known her to be like a petite kind of person, like a little person. Like skinny-wise, like, she never was big.
Yeah, because she was on this show, the freaking... what was it called? It was like a show based on the book. It was in HBO Max.
Oh, no, I haven't seen it.
Like, it was a good show. And, like, she looked very, like, small. So, like...
Yeah. So, I think she's going to be in it. I'm hoping she'll be in it. Because having X-23... And she's of age. Like...
Yeah, she's not old. Mm-hmm. Like, she's not, like, 20-something. But...
She's at a great age where if she chose... If Marvel or MCU or Disney wanted to sign her for a couple... years, they can do that, and looks wise, age wise, she'll be okay. Same with Tom Holland. Like what they did with Tom Holland, they could do with her. Get a couple 4 or 5 movies out. That just means, and it gives them time to get their Logan. Like
makes sense.
I know you guys are thinking, why would you have Laura before Logan? But dog, we had 20 years of Logan, of Hugh Jackman.
I'm sure we can live without him.
I can do a couple movies without him. I'll be honest with you. I can do a whole X-Men movie and see no Wolverine and be just fine. I don't need a cameo. I don't need a hint. I don't need nothing of... Like,
those are the cameos I want to see on the Deadpool movie, though. Like, X-Men cameos. Like
I do want to see X-Men cameos. There's a rumor that the original Cyclops was in there. Like, the original Fox X-Men were in there. Like, bits and
it'd be pretty cool to see, like Storm.
It would be cool to see Storm.
It'd be cool to see.
My only thing is, what happens when you get a bunch of people in a movie.
Yeah.
It goes more one way or the other. You either got to kill them off right away, or it's about to be a shit show.
I think they should have like a couple of them, like a couple of like good cameos. They don't have to be like in the movie.
My only thing is, how are we entering the MCU? Because it's obviously Fox. Like, it's going to be the transition, and I think the transition is going to be in the movie when he goes from Fox to the MCU. Yeah. My thing is,
it was kind of on the trailer.
Yeah, that's why I feel like that. In some of the stills, like the Fox sign was behind him. Like, so I feel like maybe he's going to like make that transition to MCU. I just wonder how he did it. When he does that, he knows of the X-Men. Now, and I feel like the X-Men 92 kind of made Marvel or MCU push X-Men to the forefront a little bit. Like, jump on it more. Like,
97? X-Men 97?
Or 97, I'm sorry. Yeah, X-Men 97. I kind of think it made them push X-Men a little bit to the forefront. And I was like, okay, maybe we need to get this team out here.
Like, this team is pulling numbers.
Yeah. But then, I mean, they got enough to worry about. They got Fantastic Four that's not in production yet, but they're still working out the details on that.
Blade is doing terrible in the freaking writer's room. Like, it's doing terrible.
Marshall Ali or whatever, he might quit the role because he's getting new roles that he can't accept because of this Marvel
Yeah,
line.
and they just keep being like,
And they keep-
oh my god.
Yeah, they keep being like, oh, pushing it back. He's missing out on these roles. He's like, dog, I need some roles. I
wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him.
I get the hell up out of there. You can't tell me not to make movies.
Yo, bro, it's been like what, like 7 years?
At this point, keep the damn movie, yo. Unless you keep the movie, man. Like, Ali is getting older. He's a great actor. I thought he would have been great as Blade.
Yeah.
But he's getting older. How many Blades are we gonna get out of him at this point? Like, y'all wasted literally, 3 years?
I think more.
Just on this?
It's been a lot. It's been a lot.
I'm like, yo, stop it. We're done with this. I'm done with this. Y'all lost a lot of people's patience. Y'all lost a lot of people's, excitement about Blade.
Every time I see news from Blade, I'm just expecting them to be like, well, it got canceled, but I don't know.
I'm done with that movie.
I don't know. This month, Inside Out 2. I'm excited.
Is that a kitty one? That kitty
Yeah,
one? Yeah.
Inside Out 2, A Quiet Place, Day
now,
One.
A Quiet Place, that's probably going to be that's my sleeper.
I think it's going to be good.
I think my sleeper is Quiet Place, also involving how much money it's going to make back.
Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
That's probably not going to, it's going to be an okay movie.
It's going to be okay. I'm going to watch it regardless.
I'm going to watch it because I'm going to do a review on it for you guys here, but it's going to be a quick review. But it's probably going to be like a standard movie, going experience. I don't think it's going to be crazy.
Oh, shit. The Crow comes out this month too?
That one, I don't know if it's going to make a lot. I'm going to be honest. Have you seen
the trailer?
No, so I saw the trailer. And then I went and I was like, what do other people think of this? So I saw other people's reaction trailers, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the goth people, ones who were the stands of the first Crow.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Really? I thought it looked pretty cool. They hate
his makeup. They hate everything about it. I thought it was cool. But I also am not a big fan of the first one. I think the concept is cool. The books I'm more of a fan of. But the movie ain't that good.
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry for you guys who love The Crow out there. The movie ain't that good. The acting is not that good.
It's like the Spawn movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the Spawn movie.
And I know how y'all feel because I love the Spawn movie.
Yeah, trust me.
I'm such a hypocrite.
Trust me. I love it, but
I'm phony. I love that movie. But I understand, too, Spawn is not great acting at all. And I don't think The Crow... I don't understand why The Crow has such a fan base it does.
Yeah. I agree.
Besides the makeup and the golf stuff and things like that.
So The Acolyte is coming out June
4th?
June 4th. Yeah, June 4th, The Acolyte. And then that same weekend, where is it? Bad Boys comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have, I don't think Bad Boy is going to do terrible, but
I don't think Bad Boys is going to do terrible.
It's definitely not going to be Inside Out comes out the 14th. Where's the other thing?
I don't even know what kid movies are performing either.
Kids movies are doing terrible.
I don't know a lot of parents who want to bring their kids out. I just don't know how kid movies are doing right now at all.
Oh, The Exorcism with this guy, Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe?
The one who played Superman's dad in Man of Steel?
Yeah, Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, it is him. Yeah.
The Exorcist. Isn't that an old movie?
It's called The Exorcism. I think it's a follow-up of a movie he did,
he was
a year or two ago.
Yeah, he was. I thought it was The Exorcism. I thought that was the name of the movie.
Maybe it was. Maybe I don't know. It's all over the place. I'm telling you. But not this month has a few things A Quiet Place. I'm excited for A Quiet Place. Definitely freaking House of Dragons. I cannot wait for House of Dragons. It's gonna be sick.
I House of Dragons is going to be the Pope's Exorcist.
The Pope's Exorcist. That's the one. That's the one.
That one's from last year, literally last year, 2023. It's on Netflix, and y'all want to check it out. I did watch it.
I watched it. Yeah.
It was okay. It was
okay. It was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool. A little weird, but
goddamn, there's a lot of movies. Okay, so it's not showing up. The other ones.
The newer one?
Yeah.
The Exorcism.
So, I mean, if he's this, then it's probably a follow-up of him in this.
I think it is a follow-up, because he looks the same.
Yeah, it's just a follow-up. What's my good laptop do with that? So, for movies, I really don't have nothing for movies.
Like, at least for this month, and, like, maybe the beginning of next month, that's all I can think of, to be honest. There's nothing that, like, excites me, to be honest. Other than those that I've been talking about.
What ones did you say that you were looking forward to?
Movies?
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously, Deadpool. Obviously. Inside Out 2, because the first one was amazing. I didn't have it in my radar. Well, I did, but I couldn't remember. The Exorcism is another one that I want to watch, because it's a follow-up to this one. Like, The Last Exorcism, that's what it's called? The Pope's Exorcist. Yeah. That's a follow-up to that one, so I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for The Acolyte, even though it's, like, Star Wars, and Star Wars is not, like, doing its best. But it has Daphne Keane, actually. The Acolyte has Daphne Keane on it. She's one of the
Matrix girl? Woman?
No, that's she's in there too, but Daphne Keane is X-23.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's one of the. I think she's a Padawan or she's a Jedi Master. I'm not sure.
Should be a young ass Jedi Master.
Cause she's an alien. She has like makeup and she has like things and whatever.
Oh.
You can tell it's her.
Did you see the Jedi with the whip? For the lightsaber?
Yeah, I did.
That shit's so impractical.
I'm like, how?
That's so, and then somebody I saw on X, the app X, somebody was pulled up. Someone was talking about the whip, and they were like, "Why the hell would we have a whip for a lightsaber? Like, it doesn't make sense." Like, and somebody brought up a comment, "Oh, it's this Jedi Master or this Jedi and blah blah blah," and I'm like,
okay.
that means nothing to me. Why do we have a whip for? I mean, okay, it's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. Like whatever, but
I think for me, it's Deadpool.
I haven't watched The Fall Guy, but I was very excited for that one. Argyle, I watched. Don't even bother watching Argyle.
Yeah. So if too.
I watched that one.
People will say If was a good one.
It's okay. It's okay.
The Strangers. A lot of people say you should have just kept the movie and kept it pushing.
Mm.
And I agree. The movie with Scott Speedman and I forgot the woman's name, who played his wife. That was actually a great movie.
The Fall Guy I haven't watched.
Godzilla came out this year? Man.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, it did.
I did hear about the movie Sting.
That's this giant spider one?
Yeah, the spider.
Miss me with that bullshit. Hell no.
Or whatever. So I watched Abigail. Quick synopsis of Abigail. The dumbest fucking movie.
What's it about?
That I watched this year. So they kidnap a little girl. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. They kidnap a little girl, and she's like a ballerina or whatever.
Okay.
And they take her to this house, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we gotta stay here for a full 24 hours. You stay here, you get money." Okay, cool. Find out the little girl is a vampire, But
what?
she's chasing him around the house dancing as a ballerina. So she's like dancing as a ballerina, like tippy-toeing over to kill somebody.
What in the world? What are we watching?
It was so dumb. Obviously, there's only one survivor, and yeah, it was like just the dumbest shit. Like I wouldn't tell you the end of it. Like you could go watch it, but it is just her. I'll tell you what the trailer shows. The trailer shows her, them kidnapping her. Turns out she's a vampire. She is dancing all over the house while killing people.
That is so weird.
That's what the trailer shows you, and that is the movie. Like, there's no misconception. She is a vampire. She is killing them, and she is in a tutu the whole movie.
That is so weird.
Civil
War?
Matter of fact, yeah. Oh, Civil War.
Civil War. That movie's insane.
Oh, Madam's Web came out.
Oh! The greatest superhero movie.
So I have to say, I have not watched Madam's Web. I turned it on. I got to the part where I think her ambulance went into the water. Oh, no, that was my second try. So the first try...
How many tries?
I only did 2. So the first try, I forgot where I stopped at.
So you were like...
It was before her ambulance went into the water. The second try, her ambulance went into the water, and I cut it off.
You're like...
It was just not good. Now, I watched The Beekeeper.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Statham. It's a regular Jason Statham movie.
It's Jason Statham beating people up.
It's a regular
What
Jason
else
Statham
do you
movie.
want?
I'm cool with that. Roadhouse.
Ooh.
I watched Roadhouse.
I loved it.
Roadhouse was pretty cool. I think Conor McGregor
was just so over the top that it made it good.
I actually am interested in Monkey Man. Crazy ass title. I don't agree with it, but I've watched it, like the trailers.
Yeah.
And I forgot the actor's name.
Dave Patel.
Great. I know he's a good actor. I liked him in some of his other movies. Now he's got that action to him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's great. And if y'all want us to do like reviews on these movies, on some of these movies, let us know, because we do watch everything. Well, mostly everything.
Challengers, I was gonna go watch it, but then I was like, another Zendaya movie? God damn, I don't want to watch it.
I mean, so with Challengers, no, I was confused. I was so confused. One friend liked her, one friend got her, one.
It's
friend
like a
lost
love
her.
triangle, but like not really, because 2 of them like it, but then she has
But I don't know if the 2 are like each other either.
Yeah, they're like no, it's because they both have to compete against each other.
Well, I saw
she trains.
the movie.
But she trains like both of them.
She's married to one. That's
what is going on.
I was saying, one likes her, or so they start off. They both like her. One gets her. One loses her. The other one gets her. The other one keeps her. That one marries her. The other one comes back, face the one that's married to her, ask her to train him because the other one wants to quit. The other one ends up in the match finding his oomph back, and he gets into it. And then he loses the match anyway because he touched the fucking net. And then she's screaming no in the audience because he lost. But then she laughs because he finally got his spark back to keep playing tennis. And that makes her attracted to him again. It blows my mind. I'm going to be honest. Zendaya's a hoe in this movie. Like, she is a hoe in this movie. There's no... Yeah, she's a hoe in this movie.
That's it.
Let's see. Is there any other like some of the movies I didn't even know?
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
I heard about Miller's Girl.
Oh, that's the one with Jenna Ortega, isn't it?
Yeah, and people say they didn't like this because they had a sex thing between the 2. But
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. I have not watched it.
I watched it. It's okay.
This is a continuation of the
other one? Right? Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
they're not gonna catch that.
I was expecting a little bit more.
So I feel like they should stop making Kung Fu Pandas.
After this one, I think they should. Yeah, this one wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be.
I just feel like they shouldn't make them anymore. I want to say that's it for movies.
Argyle was so bad. Oh, spoiler alert about Argyle. It's part of the what's this? The Kingsman universe.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I was watching the movie ended, and I remember Brenda, my wife, she said, this looks like the Kingsman movie. Like, it feels like a Kingsman movie. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And then the movie ends, and the after credits, like, they show the Kingsman's, like, building. And I'm like,
Wow.
I'm like, what? What the hell?
During the movie, did it have any connection to them? Or was this random as Kingsman at the end? Kind of like the G.I. Joe. In the
Maybe they
movie.
did had a connection, but I completely lost it.
That's just like the G.I. Joes when they came into the...
All the Transformers
beasts.
Yeah.
Like, out of nowhere, you just have G.I. Joe. There's no connection without the whole
No.
movie. And then out of nowhere, there's like, yeah, we've been watching you. When? Like,
when did you start doing that?
I've seen No Way Up. If this is the movie I think it is, a plane crashes. So the plane is crashed in the water. It's in the sea. Somehow sharks are swimming up the plane and reversing out of the plane.
What?
Like, because you know sharks can't swim backwards.
Uh-huh.
But somehow they're swimming. First of all, somehow a great white is fitting in the cockpit or in just the aisle. And like, say it's like diagonal, right? So half of it is like submerged, and then people are in the half that's not submerged.
Yeah.
There's sharks, or a shark,
It's coming up.
just coming up and grabbing people and reversing.
Okay.
So
People just make weird movies sometimes. I appreciate it, but
that was that. But I mean, there's no more big movies, guys. That's like obviously that's coming
like
out.
something we have to talk about. Ooh, Atlas, the Jennifer Lopez movie.
No, I don't even watch.
Have you heard about like?
Lopez is in.
Have you heard like the reviews of that?
Oh,
movie?
I heard the reviews. I'm one of the people who force those reviews on other people. Any Jennifer Lopez movie, I don't even have to see it. I'm gonna thrash it. Like as soon as
you know what? It has Simu Liu.
How does she keep getting roles? And why does
Jennifer
Netflix,
Lopez?
She must know somebody. She must got dirt on somebody. There's no way.
Probably. It has Simu Liu in it, like Shang-Chi. He's like the bad guy, I think.
I actually don't like him.
Really?
No.
I mean, I can't really say his acting or anything, and I don't know the guy, so I can't really.
He was actually funny in what's that
Barbie?
movie? No. I never seen Barbie.
You haven't? Oh, that's actually pretty good. You should watch him.
Maybe I'll watch it with Bree, my wife. So 24 shows. We'll fly by this one. As we said, Agatha.
Oh, that's this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, don't know why she's getting her own show. If it has nothing to do with Scarlet Witch, I don't really want it.
That's the type of thing we were talking about. Like, nobody's asking for any of this.
Yeah, no one. I'm definitely not asking for it. I mean, she was great in Scarlet Witch, but don't need her. I'll be honest. I don't need her. Like we said, Acolyte's coming now.
Yeah.
Fallout.
That was such a good show.
So I watched the first episode.
That was such a good
I
show.
haven't caught up on the rest of it. I'm going to catch up on the rest of it. I'll come back with a better review on it. But
The Dune Prophecy show?
that's coming out.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to tell you. I think it was the first episode we did. I wanted to
Like, do the trailer?
yeah, the trailer and talk about it a little bit, but I was like, nah. But it's cool to see what that's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Shogun, of course, we know that was a hit. Skeleton Crew for Star Wars. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about this.
They showed, like, a picture
Okay.
of the cast. Because
Yeah.
it has Jude Law in it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything of it, but it's whatever. Of course, we know House of Dragons. We don't see it right here, right now, but we know House of Dragons is coming out.
Yeah. The Mr. and Mrs. Smith show with...
Oh, did you hear
this
that
guy?
they're doing?
What?
Those two aren't coming back.
Really?
It's gonna be 2 new people.
Oh, so they're gonna do like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like. Oh.
Now I wouldn't mind them coming back because they failed their shit, so they have to be hunted down. Yeah. So it's kind of like, okay, I don't want another the next season start with killing them, like they did this season.
Yeah, I hope not.
Like maybe like, okay, this Mr. and Mrs. Sis, they failed, right? And then the next season they fail, and then maybe the 3rd season you get someone who doesn't fail. And then their last mission is to hunt down the other Smiths, and the other Smiths have to band together or some shit. Like take down the organization, like something like that. Like I don't want you to
have good ideas, please.
Yeah, I don't want you to keep killing off these people because you don't want to.
Yeah, because then it's just gonna be like weird.
Have you watched any of the Walking Dead spinoffs?
I have, bro. I stopped. Like I'm sorry for the people that love the Walking Dead, but I stopped watching it like the 4th season. I got bored.
So I stopped. So I finished Walking Dead because once I start something, I have to finish it. So I finished Walking Dead. I was gonna start on the other Walking Dead one, like spinoff.
Like, the ones who lived or something like that.
Yeah, fuck that. And then they
came Fear the Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, and I was like, fuck that. So then this one came. Right, they were working on this one. They were working on the other one with Negan and what's her face.
The chick, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about them. I don't care. Like, if they're not all together in The Walking Dead, don't really care. I don't see why they couldn't just make another Walking Dead season, which had everybody doing their own thing and probably come back.
Like
together.
every episode had something.
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't just do that because I don't know why. But I tuned out after that. Like, I remember I saw one episode of the Negan one. And they brought these new walkers that were like just us. They're just 8 people. And I was
what
just like,
the hell?
Why? Why are they evolving? They were like scaling walls, and I was like, all right, man, I'm done. It's kind of like a Zombieland when the zombies started.
That's weird.
Knuckles.
I have not seen Knuckles.
I haven't seen it.
And I really want to.
Even out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Quiet on Set, I've seen.
Yeah. My wife saw it.
Yeah.
I saw like snippets of it.
Yeah. Well, then that's for a later discussion. Quiet on Set is.
Yeah.
It's definitely
What's that? Is that anime?
Suicide Squad. Oh, that's the anime Suicide Squad coming out.
Oh, yeah.
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 I'm not excited for that.
I don't even know. I was like, why? But
I think that Suicide Squad is based off of James Gunn's Suicide Squad as well.
Could be.
So yeah, that's all the shows. So Netflix has a show called Jurassic World, right?
Is that the cartoon one?
Yeah.
I have not.
I'm telling you, it might seem like I thought it was like a kiddie show,
but it's not.
So I started it with Saint. Saint's my son. He's 2. I started it with him. That shit was not a kiddie show. It might be like a kid's show because it doesn't show people getting eaten, but you can hear the eating sounds.
Oh, okay.
Like, so you hear like...
Well, you're like, okay. Like, don't listen to that.
Like, I was just sitting there and, you know, of course everything goes to shit and, you know, stuff happens.
It's Jurassic.
Yeah, and I was like, oh... So they break it up in 2 separate shows. So the first show has 5 seasons.
Oh,
and then the cast grows up, and then you have the second show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the second show is only 1 season. But the second show, that ain't for kids.
Yeah.
They not even talking like kids. That is not for kids. So I was just like, all right, yo, like, yeah, nah. I was like, y'all are good. I'm not messing with it. But moving on to movies, Mya Hero officially ended. Well, the
fight ended, right?
No. It ended. So,
cause like
he went back to school. So the new chapter releases today, and that new chapter should be the final chapter, because I saw the spoilers, and he has like the new haircut. But before that, he's talking to Bakugo, telling Bakugo that he's quirkless now, and all this other bullshit, right?
No, but like I read it, and he still has his quirk.
Oh, well,
He still has the ambers of.
Oh, maybe it's not the end then.
Yeah, because like the author
Please
said.
let it be the fucking end.
The author said that show can't just end after the war. Because, like, remember when Deku said, like I'm the greatest superhero in the world and whatever. Like, is he the greatest because he beat
I thought because he beat the greatest villain.
Is it because of that, or are they gonna show him like being the greatest hero, like after what happens and all of this, and like what's the aftermath?
I hope they wrap this shit up.
Because in the aftermath in the hospital, they tell the doctor tells Bakugo that his arm might never like heal properly, so he has to use like prosthetics. But then he gets mad and he's like, no, because that's not how my quirk works. Yeah, like, I can't use a prosthetic.
I think hopefully they wrap it up and maybe they'll do something like transition them older.
Yeah, maybe they do something
they'll start a whole new thing like Shippuden.
Yeah, like when Naruto Shippuden ended and they had like 10 episodes, was it, after the end?
No, I mean even if the creator wanted to do like more.
Oh, just like older? Like
just stop it here and then like Shippuden did when they were just old and they did their shit. Just do that and just give us something new. But I don't know at this point. I don't know a threat that's going to be big enough. Well, they did like power down Deku a lot.
Yeah, and Bakugo.
Yeah, and now Bakugo. So they could get a villain now who can rival them.
And they don't have like powerful superheroes. Like Aizawa can't fucking fight.
Yeah, he can't. Endeavor is messed up.
Endeavor is messed up. Stars and Stripes is dead.
Todoroki, he's still there. And to be honest, he's probably stronger. He's probably the strongest one now. Unless Deku is now like All Might. Yeah. Which he did a single punch, and days later, the world is now feeling the after effects of that punch.
Oh yeah, the wind.
Yeah.
Like people are like, the wind is still going on, and I'm like, damn.
So I mean, with that, if he's that strong, then he's obviously still the strongest out of the group. But if Bakugo doesn't have his arm work, then he's obviously go down a couple of notches. Yeah. But I mean, he did just do one out of his mouth. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he does. Maybe he can use his hand again, but not as like strong.
I mean, you have to be creative now, writing how he uses his power if his arm doesn't work.
We'll see. Maybe this isn't the end. Maybe there's like 3-4 chapters.
Yeah, but I hope it's the end of this. Now that it ends, the anime just begins. One thing I want to give them credit for. I don't know who's animating this season. My Hero?
I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's a word. Season 7, right?
I guess, yeah.
Hopefully Google understands that.
Studio Bones? I know, produced by Bones.
Yeah, I don't know. But whoever is animating this is damn near close to the manga. On all the, like, if you go page
like the key visuals and stuff like that.
It's damn near mirroring it, and I gotta give them kudos to that. That was one of the big drawbacks in like season 5. Season 6 did better, but I feel like this season is really like, okay, we're gonna turn it up a notch. I think one thing I think they're missing is like the key moments of when a character is like in utterly shock, or like this last episode when he saw All for One. In the manga, he was like dreading it. Like it was like a dread feeling of like, oh shit, he's actually here.
Yeah, you see it and you're like, oh. Fuck.
Like even though it was a plan to trick him, it was like shit. He actually showed up. Like the war now begins. I didn't get that from the show as far as like it felt like he wanted to fight him. Like it was more like, okay, I'm about to get in your ass. I'm about to pause, but I'm about to fight you. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like. And that's the only thing I feel like they're missing. But other than that, I think they're doing a damn good job.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm gonna be honest. Kaiju number 8 is whooping their ass
Bro,
right now.
like that's what I was. I've been waiting for this episode because like I finally caught up, bro.
Dog,
It's getting good, bro.
What's coming up though is about to be better.
Cause I have not read, like I've been trying to hold because I don't want to read the manga.
I caught up on the manga. I was like, fuck that.
I'm gonna have to read it because like after seeing what's happening, I'm like, bro, this is way too good not to read the manga.
I had to. I was like, so I liked. Okay, let me go back. I don't want to rush forward. When he first meets number 9, and he's behind him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you're the one who's gonna die," whatever. It didn't look nothing like the manga. Like he looked scary. Like the kaiju number 8. Like he was like, "Oh, that's scary." Like he came, the way they drew him, it was like a monster. And this, it just looked like, all right, like I'm here.
Yeah.
But then like the action, the animation, all that, dope as fuck. And then when he fought his commander-in-chief or whatever.
Ashino, I think it's called.
I think so.
The one with the 2 blades?
Yeah.
Oh!
I can't remember.
Bro, that guy is cold.
Man, so in the manga, I was wondering how they were going to portray him. Because in the manga, he moves like Levi from Attack on Titan. And that's literally who he is in the manga. He's literally Levi.
Yeah, because he's like this. He specializes in close combat
combat
and medium size. So like he was the perfect target.
Like you'll see him later on, and this is what I mean by it moves so fast. They're already almost caught up to the manga.
What?
Like so, literally, the monster that you saw at the end when he's flying on the thing, you have that. That's one thing. That's maybe 3 episodes. Maybe if they want to draw it out, maybe 4. It shouldn't take that long. But knowing the pacing that they could go with,
I thought Kaiju number 8 had like hundreds of chapters already. No.
Dog, no. They might, but they literally couldn't go. It's not hundreds. It might be like 100 something chapters. But it's literally you have this kaiju that's coming.
Yeah, the one that's like flying, like
which is kaiju number 10. Spoiler: he's kaiju number 10. I'm not gonna give you no more after that. But he comes. That's one event. Like I said, that's maybe 3 episodes. If they like what they did with this one, they paced it so well, but it's also fast because the manga moves fast as fuck. So you have number 10 coming. That's maybe 2 to 3 episodes right there. The fight doesn't last that long. Like the whole battle.
Does he fight number 8 or?
I honestly can't remember. He fights multiple people.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he's a problem. He fights multiple people, but I can't remember how like it ends and stuff.
Cause like his friend, like the captain, like the commander,
the girl, yeah,
the sniper, she's not there.
No, that's why I said it took multiple people.
Yeah.
But I can't remember like how it all ends or how it went. I just know the major events happen in that, and then you have another major event, and then you have a final battle war.
Oh, what the hell?
We're that close, and it's like
so they have like maybe 2 more seasons.
Not even that.
Damn.
If they wanted to, I don't know how many episodes they're doing this season. Like, say they're doing 12. That's
a robbery if they do 12. This is so good. Like,
say they're doing 12 episodes. They already did how many?
Well, think about it. Maybe it is 12 because it's 8. They're like on the 8th episode right now.
Ooh, I don't know if they're on the 8th. I have to check that. That's a little bit too much. I mean,
because if they're in the 8th and what you're saying is probably gonna be like 2-3 episodes long.
How many episodes they have right here? Hold on.
Maybe I can. I have the Crunchyroll app.
They're on 7.
7? Okay. I do not have the Crunchyroll app. Damn, I suck.
Yeah, there are 7 episodes. I didn't even think they were on 7 episodes, I'll be honest. But 7 episodes to get to here. So say they do 12.
So 3 more episodes.
8 or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5 more episodes.
So let's say they do 3 with this fight, and then the last 2 can just be like wrapping up the season, so they could start the next major event. It could be.
That could be. That I can see that. I can see them ending with. Damn, but I mean,
because
yeah.
they.
But the thing is, if they leave us with, so say they end this fight that's coming up in 3 episodes, so 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you got 2 episodes. 2 episodes. What happens in those 2 episodes is gonna leave a lot of people pissed. When I say a lot of people, I mean worse than Solo Leveling.
Maybe they can do like one episode that's like a filler episode, and then the last one.
People still get pissed at that.
Oh, I know, but
People
like it's anime. You expect fillers regardless.
I honestly don't expect it in the first season. Like Demon Slayer doesn't have fillers.
They could have like.
Oh, this is a good story wise, like length wise, to compare to is Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer's almost ending.
That's what I'm saying. Demon Slayer only had what 5 seasons?
Yeah, it's almost there.
Yeah, in Demon Slayer, they didn't have no filler. I don't think they dragged really on a lot of stuff. So
they did.
I think the training arc they're dragging.
They could have ended it sooner if they would stop the bullshit of like doing a movie.
Did you hear that they're doing a movie now? This is their last series, the training arc. The next one is just
a movie.
Yeah, the movie's gonna end it all.
I think that's cool because the movie you can put budget on that shit.
I think that's cool too because Attack on Titan did it and it worked out just fine. Yeah. So we make it a good hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, they better make Kokuchibo like good because he's like my favorite demon.
His fight took so long. How long is that fight gonna be now?
I hope they make it good.
But
like, the way he dies is. But
Kaiju number 8. It is a fast manga. Like where it is right now, like. The fight, the war, or whatever is nowhere near over, right? Or should I say the biggest battle?
I'm gonna read it.
The biggest battle so far is nowhere near over, but this shit is just not. Like they're just catching up really fast. I should say they are catching up really fast. I don't mind it.
Maybe that's why they're gonna do not spoilers, fillers. Because that's what Naruto did.
They could do fillers. I mean, it's whatever, but as of right now, I like the pace it's going. I didn't like it the first couple episodes, the pace. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's why I went to go read it. Because I was like, this ain't making no sense to me. But it's whatever. And then speaking of Demon Slayer, they are dragging this season out. They're dragging out pretty.
Aren't they doing like anime exclusive like things? Like they're training and fighting each other.
They're doing what they did in the manga. Like they're all training, they're fighting each other. But he just got to the snake pillar. I forgot what his name is. Or no, I'm sorry, the mist pillar.
Oh yeah,
he just got to his training. Like remember, Zenitsu and Inosuke are already like 5 or 4 pillars ahead of him.
Yeah.
So he's only at the second one. But good thing is he only took I think 1 episode with 1 pillar. So
I think so.
If we get an episode each pillar, then it should be fine. It's like 6, 7 episodes. It's whatever. But I don't have nothing really else that's like mainly on my mind. Nothing else has been happening, honestly.
Yeah, this past 2 weeks hasn't been too crazy.
One thing I do want to bring up, right now for anime of the year, I have Kaiju number 8. Now as far as new, I can't say new gen, but new anime that's popped on the scene, between this and Solo Leveling, I got this number 1.
Kaiju?
Mm-hmm.
I think Kaiju was definitely more.
Solo Leveling has to get more into their story.
And you know what? I appreciate what they did with like the dub.
I haven't listened to it.
Like the dub is really good, and I don't know, and like if the ending in the sub is the same, but the ending in the dub, it's what are these guys? One Republic singing.
Yeah.
Bro, the ending.
Is One Republic singing? Yeah.
Yeah, the ending is.
So the opener and the ending is English. Like,
yeah, I was like, bro, this.
I got that opener downloaded on my song.
Yeah, this opening is sick, and the ending, ending is dope.
So those two are English, so I thought that was cool.
And I like how they scale their powers too, like the suits. Like how they they can synchronize 90% and shit like that.
What makes it crazy is, as you know, they're only like district whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's other districts, so those other captains.
Yeah.
Once you see those other captains at full power, like you'll see it. If you read the manga, you'll see it. You're gonna get introduced to those captains. Now, each district has a captain that's stronger than the other. So if you're District 1, of course you're going to be stronger than other districts.
Oh, that makes sense.
The thing what makes them unique, though, like, so they can fight each other, and, like, District 7 or whatever can beat District 1, depending on how their matchup is, like, if it's a good matchup or not. So what makes her unique in District 3, his best friend or whatever, is because she specializes in long range, like a sniper. But her at full power, she has that, what we saw, that big ass shit.
Big ass going.
So, like, she has that, but imagine, I can't tell you, but you'll read it. Like, she gets an upgrade. So, it's just like her specialized. But then if you have somebody like in District 1, I'm not going to tell you any of his stuff, but with him, imagine the Commander Vice Chief or whatever on steroids.
Damn.
Yeah. On steroids and shit like that.
What the hell? See, this is why I need to, like, start reading it.
Yeah, and hopefully you get introduced to, I forgot the little girl's name, the one with the pigtails.
The blonde hair one? Mm-hmm. Like the one that fights?
Yeah. If you... So now that I read it, some of the stuff that she does in the one
that's like she likes the main character, like every time.
It just now came out that she likes him. Yeah.
Like she's like every time she sees him, she's like, and then he talks and she's like, "Don't talk to me." Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But like some of it foreshadows like her future weapon.
Oh.
So you gotta really pay attention, and also hopefully, so if they do end the season with ending them fighting Kaiju number 10. And then they're like, okay, we're going into what happens, and we're going to the next arc. Hopefully, we get introduced to her dad.
Oh, isn't her dad like the? What, isn't he dead?
No, he's alive.
Is he like because she comes from a family that is like they've all been hunters.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
he's the head honcho.
Yeah, and her mom was like super strong, wasn't she?
She's
something
the
like
head
that.
honcho too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully we meet him, because when you meet him, that's a problem. Like, he could take on a kaiju, like a number 1 by himself. Like, with all them struggling and shit, he can take one on by himself. He doesn't need a suit.
What the fuck?
like he doesn't need. Now you'll get it. There's different kinds of suits. I'm not gonna go any more into that, but there's different kinds of suits.
Okay.
So, hopefully, the only thing I wish on Kaiju is that the animation was a little bit more darker.
Because when they're like walking around, whatever, they look goofy.
Yeah, like because the manga seems a lot darker than it does. So, just whatever. Now, I didn't mean to turn this into a manga podcast or whatever.
Sorry about that.
But for the great debate segment.
Oh shit.
Since we are talking about manga, since we did talk about movies, we're going to have 2. One is Kaiju number 8 or Solo Leveling. Overall, who's going to have the better season? I know Kaiju's not done yet, but I don't expect Kaiju to go over 12 episodes. So, I mean... who's gonna have a better season? Yeah, at least a season 1.
If this one has 12 episodes.
Yeah, if this one goes to 12 episodes. I mean, it could end in 10.
Yeah.
It very well could end in 10. So, I mean, keeping that in mind, who would you say?
Bro, I hyped up a lot of Solo Leveling because, like, I loved the manhwa.
Mm-hmm.
But I have been getting more excited watching Kaiju number 8 than I did with Solo Leveling. Because with Solo Leveling, every time an episode ended, I'm like, bro, come on. Like, with this one, like, when the episode, like, the first 2-3 episodes, I was like, okay, this is dragging a little bit. But when it picked up, like, every episode ended and I was satisfied. I was like, yes, I can't wait for next week. With Solo Leveling, it was more like, bro, I have to wait for next week?
Yeah. There's something else, too, that I wanted to ask you. Who had a worse ending? My Hero Academia, or it was another anime, and I totally forgot. What anime just ended, too?
Oh, you got me on that one. I don't remember.
I forgot, but it was like, does My Hero have one of the worst anime endings in the history of anime?
I don't know.
And I mean, manga-wise, does it have one of the worst endings?
Oh, manga-wise.
Because, I mean, the anime hasn't ended yet, so manga, story-wise, does it have one of the worst endings in anime history?
Well, it hasn't technically ended.
Done. It's done.
So I don't
It's done. It's
so I don't know.
It's done. But for my answer with this, once I read Solo Leveling, I was excited because I was like, oh, Solo Leveling. But when I found out how they were pacing,
Yeah, when I found out the pacing,
yeah, I was like, I can't do this, yo. I was like, and then like some of the episodes were really good. Like the first and second episode were really, really good.
that they should have been one episode.
The music, it should have been one episode.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. But it was so good. The music was really good. I enjoyed it. I forgot which episode it was, but I want to say episode 6 when he finally kills the other hunters.
Oh yeah.
The music on that, amazing. Yeah. Everything about that was amazing. So it had its moments, right?
Yeah, it had its moments.
I think its moments are higher than Kaiju's moments. Like, I think Kaiju's just more consistent. The pacing is better. I enjoy it more. But there's no episode that made me feel like when episode 2, when he was like, oh, we got to run to the different statues to make sound, to make music.
Yeah.
Nothing in Kaiju has beaten that yet. And then nothing for damn sure has beaten...
and like the dread of everybody like dying and
and then nothing has killed. And this episode this episode when he went to number 9 and he was behind him and he was fighting him.
Yeah. And
then when he found out, oh, Kaiju number 9 can hurt him, that's supposed to be one of those moments where it's like, oh shit, like I can be hurt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even when he fought the chief, whatever.
Oh, that his captain.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like he can hurt me, like. I'm finding out all these new things about my kaiju body.
Yeah, you can see his core.
Yeah,
at one point.
So it's like he's finding out. Oh, I am a kaiju. Like in the manga, it's kind of like he's finding out through this fighting of him getting hurt. Of oh shit, like this is a serious thing. I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel like he was in any kind of trouble in this episode. Yeah. I just felt like old boy was just shitting on him and was just like. Styling all over him and was just
like the
I can kill you in many ways.
When he's like, I'm like, oh, that looks sick.
But I think overall, I agree with you. Kaiju number 8 is all said and done. Is going to have a better season 1.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think there's like no doubt.
Yeah, I think it's going to have a better season 1. I don't think there's anything that's going to really come close to it this year. Now, even if I throw Demon Slayer in there, I still think it's going to have a better season.
Yeah, I think so. Like, Kaiju number 8 is definitely, like, on my top right now.
Yeah. Now, do you think Kaiju, I know you haven't read the manga, but so far, just right the episodes, do you think it ranks towards, like, that Demon Slayer level of what they've given us? Like, even if you want to base it just off the first season. Now, Demon Slayer first season was 25 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want, do you think it's entering that, stratosphere, or do you think it has more work to do to get up there?
In terms of what, like, how good it was?
How good, yeah.
I think it needs I think I need to give it like a little bit more because like I remember watching Demon Slayer for the first time, like that first season, and like I was like,
I remember Demon Slayer breaking the internet.
yeah, I was like watching it. Like this one, it took me a second.
Really, I think it was the Lower Moon.
Yeah, when they did the sister brother thing.
The first.
Like the music,
the animation.
The animation was insane.
I didn't think it could get no better, and then Uzi, that animation with that whole fight with Tengen and all that was. Demon Slayer's on another level.
Bro, I've seen some things about Uzui, like the Hashira, the sound Hashira. That was
something. I fucking hate the internet. I hate the internet.
Why?
X. I hate people on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I hate y'all because y'all are fucking stupid. Listen, there are ranks in the pillars, all right? Know the fucking ranks. Uzi is not the strongest pillar.
He was one of the weaker ones.
Yeah, he was one of the weaker ones. He is compared to the other pillars, he is weak. Like my favorite is Rengoku. I got him tatted on me. He's like the middle of the pack. Like you have to be subjected to this shit. What's his name? The Stone Pillar?
The Stone Pillar is the strongest.
He's the strongest.
Yeah.
Like it's obvious he's the strongest. There's a reason why we haven't seen him fight yet. Like he is the strongest. The Wind Pillar is the second strongest. The only one that I would fight for is the Mist being third instead of the Snake one.
Yeah, because the Mist one.
Is that his ancestors the first.
Yeah, the first
Hashira, like
Demon Slayer, basically.
Yeah, he was the first one. The one that Muzan is scared of. That's his ancestor.
Yeah,
and that's why he's so talented and gifted in what he does. The Snake Pillar is just nice. Like he's just nice. Then you have Guillaume, whatever his name is. The Water Pillar. You have him.
Uzui is just badass for the reasons that like that motherfucker kept fighting. Like arm, like poison, and he like kept fighting and won. But like
you don't have to realize Rengoku is in the middle of the pack because he never got his Demon Slayer mark. Imagine if he would have went. There's so many things with Rengoku that went wrong. Where somebody had to bite the bullet to show how powerful the Upper Moons were. Upper Moons have not died, have not changed in centuries, and they had to tell them why they haven't. Like Rengoku just had, and then based off of Upper Moon 3's, Akaza, based on his hacks on what he can do and how he gets powerful when he fights.
Yeah,
Rengoku had a disadvantage at the start because that's all what he is. That's what he embodies as a fighter. So.
And Akaza's just nice with it, bro.
Yeah, Akaza.
Them motherfuckers.
Akaza is literally on the level where if you cut his head off, he doesn't die. Like the top 3 Upper Moons, plot armor is what kills them, not the Demon Slayers.
Yeah,
you gotta stop this notion.
Kakushibo dies because the writer had to kill him.
You have to kill him. None of the 3 Upper Moons, as you're gonna see, or if you already read, have died because of anything other than plot armor. Y'all on the internet gotta stop saying Uzi is one of the strongest. He is one of the weakest pillars. The Love Pillar is stronger than him. Literally.
He's a Hashira.
He's a Hashira.
He's a Hashira. He's strong.
But I want to let you know, at the end of the day, at the end of the training, you got 3 people who aren't Hashira levels that are stronger than Uzi. I stand by it. 3 of them. Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke are stronger than Uzi, stronger than the butterfly, the insect pillar. I forgot her.
Shinobu?
Shinobu, yeah, stronger than her. Oh, and her apprentice is stronger than them. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much. No, they're not stronger, or he's not stronger than a lot of people.
He's a cool character, though.
He's cool. He's super dope. The only reason he beat Daki, whatever his name is because he had 3 other like Demon Slayers who are rising up to Hashira level. Mm-hmm. Like they're literally becoming Hashira level. So you had to realize Daki was like, Daki, whatever, however you pronounce it, he's fighting now like 4 problems already. Like,
and they were still
they were still losing.
They were still getting their ass beat.
They were still losing. It took like a team effort to fucking it took 2 on one and then 2 on the other one to like actually win. Like, no, y'all are stupid online, and I hate arguing with y'all because
y'all
are just stupid. No, because I was simply somebody would say, "Oh, who's the strongest?" and blah blah blah. No, and I'd be like, he's not the strongest. Like, I'll comment something so simple like, he's not the strongest pillar, and they'd be like, nah, physical wise, he's the strongest. Do you not know of Guillaume?
The rock pillar?
Do you not know of Guillaume? He's literally stronger than him.
Like, the stone pillar is disgusting.
In their training ways, his training is all about strength. Are you stupid? Like, to get their attention, he shows a sample of his strength that makes them tremble because they forget how strong he is. He killed a demon with his bare hands with no training. Stop it, guys. Stop it. Uzi's cool.
Cool character.
But he's actually, I think he's like second weakest. I think it's Shinobi or whatever her name is. It's the weakest one. And then I think it's him.
Yeah, because she can't
cut off a head.
Cut off a head, yeah.
So I think it's him. And then I think it's the love pillar. And then from there, y'all can fucking decide. They have something on Google. I posted it on X, so people shut the fuck up. They have it somewhere on there where it shows them in order of who's who. Rengoku died, never got a mark, and he's still like number 5 or 4 or some shit like that, the strongest. I mean, come on, y'all. Stop it. I saw somebody say that the Mist pillar was like number 7 or something like that.
Oh, fuck no.
I was like,
hell no.
He killed a upper moon by himself.
Yeah, he's strong as fuck.
Like, what are y'all talking? Oh my goodness.
It'll be alright. It'll be alright.
But I don't have nothing else. And then I know you got some new comics.
I mean, I haven't read anything. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't read anything that I have here because I picked it up today. Like, I picked up Blood Hunt number 2.
So you read the number 1?
Yeah, the number 1 was like, actually, like, this is one of the events that Marvel has recently done. That I've actually read the first one and I was like, oh, this is actually nice. This is actually pretty good. So I picked up number 2. I picked up finally Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 number 3. Came in finally. Like, okay. I'm excited to read this.
That's what he looks like?
He doesn't have it on right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just the Venom 2099 fighting with him. He doesn't have it on.
He's just buff like that for no reason?
That's just the art, I guess.
I hate it.
And I mean, he doesn't look like that in the book. That's just the cover. Yeah. Obviously, Ultimate stuff, Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Black Panther. I can't really talk about it because I haven't read it, like I said. But like, I'm gonna post it on my Instagram,
which will be in the link down below in the description box. So make sure y'all check that out.
Yeah. I recently started like posting what I'm reading, and like what I'm gonna do is like every time I read a bunch of books, I'm just gonna put like a little review on the description and like a picture of what it is and whatever. And yeah, that's basically like what I picked up this week, cause I don't know, I just took forever to pick it up. It came in like Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll pick it up later, and then like work happened.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I'm gearing up to go back to work. I got 2 weeks left. Oof. Been going right back. I go back on the day I get back. I have an ACFT. So it's kind of like, all right, whatever. Like, so my leave ends the 14th, but I'm not going back the 14th. Like, it ends the 14th, so I'm just like, okay. I'm saying the 14th is my last day. I
have staff duty on the 14th.
And then the 17th, that following Monday, bright and early, they're already like, hey, you got an ACFT.
ACFT, baby.
He's like, ACFT. I was like, oh, just me? And they're like, no, everybody got one. I was like,
oh, disgusting.
Like, and then like, yeah, we got high weight on Tuesday. I was like, all right, man. I'm like, fuck it. So now I'm fasting until
Oh, for
the
so
17th.
high in weight?
Yeah, until the 17th.
Bro, you have to pass. You need your P status.
Until the 7th.
Yeah,
Until the
you-
17th. Until the 17th.
You need to pick up already.
I'm
Come on.
I'm about to switch MOSs. That's what I'm about to do. But thank y'all for joining us. I know this one might have been a short one, but we like to keep it short and sweet over here. If we ain't got nothing to talk about, we ain't gonna try to stretch it. You got anything?
No, probably next week is gonna be like.
Next week, I bet you this week a lot of shit is gonna come out like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, this week coming up. Yeah,
I hope so.
it's gonna be a lot of shit coming out. But make sure y'all tune into next week. This episode will probably be out tomorrow. Well, Monday. It'll probably be out Monday. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Remember, this is the Keep Up, where we keep you up with all of our anime, pop culture, horror, everything that falls in line with that. All right? Peace.